Becoming a successful Forex trader in Cameroon seems as if you are a scammer. That is true. Good evening to you all viewers. Welcome to the program once more. Happy Sunday, and today we are going to be looking at Forex market analytics and crypto market analytics. Stay tuned because we are going to be exploiting the Forex exchange market and the opportunities that it is bringing to the African community. You can become a trader. Every family can have a trader, and again, a profitable Forex trader can come from every family around Africa. We have launched a program called Learn to Trade and Pay Only When You Become Profitable, and this program have the objective to train people on how to trade the FX market from beginner to pro until they become profitable, and that is the only time you will be able to pay us your fee. We understand the business. We have been doing it for years. I've been on this platform, Mimi Mefo Info, for more than 5 years, guiding people on how to navigate the Forex exchange market. So if you're out there and you are interested in getting involved into Forex trading or crypto trading, then this particular video just got to you at the best time, where we are launching an amazing program to teach you how to trade without you spending a dime. There is a link in this live description to join our WhatsApp group where you can get your admission for this program. This program will start from the 15th to the 1st of August, and the educational program will last for 3 months, after which we will give you a 6 months mentorship and a lifetime access to our VIP community. This is an opportunity not to miss in 2025. This happens once a year, and we just launched it this year, so take advantage of it. So guys, like, share, comment, invite others to join us. That was just a short distraction. The main objective of today's program is to do analytics and see exactly what the market has for us for this week, and also look possibly what has been happening in the market and how can we benefit from both the foreign exchange market and both the crypto market. Please do not forget, like, share, comment, and let me know from which part of Cameroon or from which part of Africa you are watching us from. I'm Ronnie Rostan Gayap. I'm a Forex trader. I've been trading Forex for the past 6 years, and I also double as the regional representative for XNext, the biggest brokerage in the whole wide world in Cameroon. So you can also create your account with the best Forex brokerage in the world. There is a link in the live description if you want to have a Forex account with the best Forex brokerage with limited slippage, low spread, instant withdrawal, instant deposit, fast customer service with reputable regulations and transparency. The Forex brokerage is the only one tool every trader must get for you to be profitable. Without a Forex brokerage, all what you are doing on your chart is useless. You cannot trade Forex without a Forex brokerage, and having the right Forex brokerage is the number one secret in Forex. And that is why I am telling you this evening that if you are a Forex trader and you don't use XNext to trade, then you are still joking. There is a link in this live description where you can use to create your first ever Forex account with XNext, or you can get your first trading account and even practice how to trade with virtual free money. Guys, what are you waiting for? So guys, let's go straight to the point. Comment right there your city or which part of the country you are watching the program. I will be going straight on my chart where I'm going to look at fundamental analytics and technical analytics for this week. I'll be looking at the dollar index. I'll be looking at major US pairs. I'm also going to be looking at major cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, BNB, Solana, and I'm also going to be looking at the supply chain in the crypto industry. So there is so much information to gather from today's live. And remember, there is a link in the live description for you to join the WhatsApp group of Learn to Trade and Pay only when profitable by Bird Forex. Thank you for all those watching from Bamenda, from Boya, from Kumba. I can see in the comment section. Please, before we kickstart, I want to give you the opportunity to select the first pair that you want me to analyze for today. For technical analytics, I want you to comment in the comment section and I will choose from the comments which pair to start with. So we have pairs like the dollar index, US30, Bitcoin, EU, GU, all the GBP Japanese yen pairs. Get mentioned anyone, gold. Let me know in the comment section and I will choose from the comment section which one to start with. So comment massively. I'm checking the comment section. I'm seeing what you guys are texting. I know your mind. So a lot of people are actually texting gold. So today the first pair will be gold. But before we start with gold, let's head up to our fundamentals before we come back to technical analytics. So let's go straight on our chart. So guys, before we actually push straight to our technical analytics, it is very important that we reviewed last week fundamental. We are at the beginning of September and fundamentals are so much important at the beginning of every month, especially the non-farm payroll, which occur every first Friday of every month. This non-farm payroll that we received for the month of September, that was September 5th, actually came with a lot of information. We saw that non-farm payroll came up and gave us a big time, huge negative value on the dollars, and the deviation was lesser than forecast and a very huge deviation from the forecasted value. We were expecting to see, or expectation based on forecasted value was about 75,000, but what we saw actually as the main data when the news was released was 22,000. That is a huge deviation away from forecast and away from previous. This made the US dollars to be very, very weak. That was on the Friday, September 5th. This was actually a very crucial moment to the entire Forex market as we saw other fundamentals like unemployment change on the Canadian dollars to be very bad, unemployment rate to also increase for the Canadian dollars. So we had more people in Canada that are not employed as compared to the previous month. We also saw the average hourly earnings for the United States being stagnant and unemployment rate for the United States being stagnant as well. Anyway, the overall fundamentals actually weakened off the US dollars, and this has sparked a lot of questions if the US dollars index or the dollars is going to get strength, or will the dollar continue getting weak. Currently, this is the best time for all people or for everybody in Cameroon to make business out of Cameroon. Reason being that the US dollars is very weak. I'm going to come back to the fundamentals. Anyway, first of all, let's finish up with fundamentals. So we saw a very weak US dollars before leaving the stage. That was last week. And so this week, on Monday, we are expecting to have a silent Monday, September 8th, as school resume. The foreign exchange market comes with little or no average or high impact fundamental news. On Tuesday, the 9th of September, we're also going to have a very calm day, nothing really big happening in the market. On Wednesday, we are going to have a very crucial moment for the US dollars. For the US dollars, we are going to be getting the PPI news that will be on Wednesday. This will be a crucial day for the week because it's a high fundamental and we expect a lot of volatility. On Thursday, we are going to be getting up the CPI as well for the US dollars, and Wednesday and Thursday seems to be huge volatile day. So for this week, you should put a special cap on Thursday and also on Wednesday. That's where we are going to be having CPI and PPI. 1:30 p.m. for the CPI, and also for the PPI, 1:30 p.m. for the PPI as well. Producer price index and consumer price index are vital data that actually help to gauge the strength of a particular economy. So this is directly linked to the dollar, and you need to be very much careful. As amateur traders or as beginner traders, it is always advised for you not to trade the news if you don't understand how to read data. But you could actually trade the market alongside the news after the data has been released. So let's go straight to our technical analytics without wasting much of your time. Remember something, I said currently we are at the point where if you are buying goods and services in and out of Cameroon, this could be the best time for you to ever do so. Reason being that the US dollars has been very weak recently. So the US dollar exchange rate between the US and ZAF or the CFA has dropped significantly within the past few months. You can check it for yourself. This is where I am currently. And we've seen that for from the month of January, one US dollars was equivalent to um, US dollars was equivalent to 642 francs CFA, and currently $1 is equals to 559 francs. This is a huge difference of about 100 francs change. So imagine that you need to buy goods and services out of Cameroon to sell for Christmas. This is the best time ever you could buy those things out of Cameroon because you are going to be spending lesser amount of money to get a dollar. And there is a possibility that the exchange rate between the CFA and the dollar is going to still drop further, and that prediction is around 548. And maybe after this, we are going to see the creation of new all-time highs for this currency asset. So it is very vital for you to understand that as economists or as people doing business and international business in Cameroon, you also need the service of a forex trader, not necessarily to trade your money, but to actually analyze the market and tell you what they think about the market. It is very, very important. Very important. So we are going to go in straight, we'll be moving straight to the dollar index as our technical analytics is concerned. But based on the comment that many people gave, people solicited that we should start with gold. So let me first of all hold on in a few. Let me get back in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section which analytical pair or which pair would you like me to start with first. Okay, based on the comment section, I'll be starting up with gold. Gold is actually one of the best things I should start with, since I've seen that a lot of people are interested in the gold chart first. So first and foremost, gold created a new all-time high, created confusion, break above technicals, and currently we don't have any technical analytics to do above the current price. It means that the price at which gold is on currently as we speak is a new all-time high, and the market has cleared a lot of liquidity within the past few days. So, looking at the current trend of gold, gold has been bullish since the beginning of this year, and it will be unnecessary for anybody to trade against the gold trend for now, except fundamentally wise. You might have a couple of fundamentals to guide you or to gauge your trade against the gold. So currently, gold break away from this huge consolidation that we're having and then move straight to the upside. And from here, it is very vital for us to know that there was a key consolidative key lows and high that held price for a good period of time. Moving down to a finer analytics, we were expecting, in fact, to see a significant pullback on the side of gold to mitigate the resistance zone that was actually holding price from breaking high. The resistance zone has been mapped yellow, and a possible retest of this zone will give gold traders a greater possibility to benefit from the buying pressure or from the buying trend. So it means that if we, at the end of the day, can have a pullback to penetrate the structure, it's going to be an excellent one for us to benefit from the bullish trend of gold. Nevertheless, we will have to switch down to smaller time frame, and what we are going to be doing is we just need to benefit from the slightest pullback that gold brings. So based on the current price movement on the 30-minute chart, we are going to be having a point of interest somewhere around here for gold, and this point of interest is much more of a fair value gap. So there's a fair value gap here, and everything be equal, if gold actually get to pull back into this particular structure, a lot of people might struggle to buy gold. But as earlier mentioned, the safest place for you to take a buy on gold is right down here at the major resistance. So as of now, for example, if I were you to trade gold, I will avoid doing anything that can set me at a risky phase, like buying on this fair value gap that is right up here, because there is a lot of liquidity that has also been built slightly below the trend line. So there is so much liquidity here that has been built where this red trend line is passing. So you have to be very careful buying gold anytime soon, because we are expected to see a new pullback. And if at all you need to look for an aggressive buy position on gold, this must be done between the overlapping session, that is the London and the US session, and you must use a continuation pattern like a breakout strategy. A breakout strategy will be one of the best things we can use to benefit from the current movement on the gold chart. So, for example, for those who did breakout strategy, could grab a great opportunity here for gold that was last week based on the breakout strategy. But if I'm to look for a continuation pattern, I must look for it during the overlapping session where the market have greater probability to move. But for now, this fair value gap, as I've earlier mentioned, will be more of a trap zone, and a better mitigation to this resistance is going, or to this support is going to give us the best opportunity to leverage on the next week's trade on gold. So that is definitely my opinion. There is a link in the live description for you to join the Bear Forex WhatsApp community where you can actually get day-to-day analytics on other pairs and all of that. Without getting wasting most of your time, it is very vital for us to look at the DXY. The DXY is a vital asset for us because it's going to help us to know exactly what is happening in the currency market, especially when the dollar cross pairs are concerned. Recently, I did a couple of analytics, and a lot of people saw that analytics is very vital for this market. And I think so. So, and I think it's very, very vital for you and I to understand what we are doing. So, as you can see, the DXY actually has come very close to a point of interest. Moving to the 1 month chart, you won't see that very much well. But on a 1 week chart, this is the point of interest. So this point of interest has had a mitigation before, but that mitigation was less than 50%. So if we can split this block into two equal halves, then we are going to see that this point of interest on the DXY has not yet been mitigated at 50%. So there was a great possibility that the XY could move further down again to mitigate this block at 50%. This is very possible, and that is one of the reasons we've seen price consolidating where it was consolidating most recently. So that is just an idea, but that idea could be validated if we have the necessary price movement. Currently, we saw price came to the fair value gap, sorry, to the point of interest and started rising. In this regard, we could actually bring forward an analytical method that could gauge the movement of the XY, and by so doing, we had a trend line. We can use trend line, and at the same time, we can use market structures for this purpose. So at the same time, we can use trend line and market structure for the purpose. So in this purpose now, we are using market structure to gauge what is happening. So based on market structure technique, this market is still bullied. There is nothing like a downtrend yet. So until price is going to break above or below this red low here, I'm not going to consider anything to be like a situation where this guy is going to blush at 50%. So my guidance here is simple. So I'll be waiting to see if price is going to break down this particular low. I'm going to make the low a little bit thicker and make the line dotted. So it's a very crucial point for the DXY from this level. And also, if we were to look further more of a trend line in this example, a trend line cutting across this level could show us a possibility of selling the DXY. This is what we did last week. So we saw price went to mitigate this trend line and is on its way down. This is one of the things I used to predict a sell on the DXY. That was last week, and a buy on Euro USD and a buy on GBP USD. So currently we are still bearish, slightly bearish on this market, but I would like to show you some of the things that I will be considering. So, and you should also consider that as well. If you look at this market, the market has been consolidating between two key levels, and this is the lower key levels, and here we have the higher key levels. So the higher key levels are here. So what really happened is we saw the market came to the lower blue support and most often goes back to the red resistance zone. So expanding this analytics, we are going to find ourselves that the DXY also, even though it's have a long-term target, the most immediate targets that we can actually look for them for this is a consolidative market. We've seen how liquidity got cleared just slightly below the structure recently, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. Now, there is a great possibility that this market is going to rally to the upside from this price level. So there is a great possibility that this market can move further to the upside. Looking at what we just have, the clearance of liquidity above here. So I am literally going to see a pullback when it comes to the DXY. So I'm literally looking further for a pullback or for a buy on the DXY. And if a buy occurs on the DXY, if the DXY is weak, we should be expecting Euro USD to sell, GBP USD to sell, possible sell on gold, and possible sell on the Bitcoin chart. So it's a whole lot of decision making that we might be seeing here. So looking at the current market, we also need a confirmation to confirm that the XY will finally be rising to the upper red resistance zone. And the trend line here is very vital. You can see this trend line that I've just drawn. It's a very valid trend line, and it will serve as a gated judge. Like it's going to serve us as a whole guidance to price. So this on the 5-minute chart. So immediately price is going to go above this black trend line. A retest can give us a perfect point to exploit the bullishness of the XY and to move to the upside with a lot of confidence while looking for a sell on Euro USD if that price action holds. If that price action holds, a sell on Euro USD is very much possible, considering the fact that Euro USD has mitigated at 50%, has mitigated our POI that we have been waiting for at 50%. BTMM was created because we are on Euro USD chart at the moment, and I am seeing a huge possibility of a massive buy, of a massive sell for the uh, USD. So you can see how BTMM was created here and a 50% mitigation was done. So it's crucial. I mean, it's absolutely crucial that we look for a sell on USD. So a long-term sell on USD is on the way, and this sell could last for a couple of weeks. So it is very crucial to consider this and also look for your entry on a smaller picture. This is a head guide up for USD. You can actually check in the Bell Forex community WhatsApp channel, which is free to join. What are the possible next short-term movement for USD? And you get detailed analytics on the market from there. We also have, or we saw the situation of GU, GBP that has currently been moving up to this structure. We have the GBP that has not mitigated at 50%, even though a mitigation has already occurred. Because if I want to take the other block here, we have almost a 50% mitigation of this other block because there's a strong OB here for GBP. I'm currently on the 9 hours chart. So if you want to go check the same thing on your chart, you can actually do that on the 9 hours chart. Please like, share, comment, and invite others to join us. And the other block has already seen a mitigation worth of at least 50% as well. So we are looking for a long-term sell for the GU. Please take note of this information I'm giving you because there is a huge possibility of a buy on the DXY. I showed you from the most recent analytics that will be giving a sell on GU and a sell on USD. So that can be a great help to you. Also, for the crypto market entirely, we are going to be seeing a shift to the downside based on what I am getting right here. So this is my analytics that I did for Bitcoin, and Bitcoin has actually been consolidating before getting off a break away from price. Bitcoin was consolidating within the structures. So if I just delete back everything, you're going to see that Bitcoin had also has seen a consolidative period between these two price levels. As you can see, Bitcoin have seen a consolidative period between these two price levels, and now Bitcoin is finding herself again back into the consolidation. So it is also pretty much easy that we might be having Bitcoin move at a break retest, then plunge again to about 96 to 98,000 USD. So a bearish Bitcoin is on the way. So please, crypto traders, take note. And if a bearish Bitcoin is on the way, we are going to have other crypto assets to also look further for a bearish momentum. Stuff like Solana, Ethereum are also going to be looking further for a sell. So, but I will not go deep into that, but I've just given you the gauge at the level of Bitcoin, and I've given you the gauge at the level of gold, GU, and EU. It is true we don't have all our time on this platform, and there is a link in the live description for you to join our WhatsApp community where you can actually get more detail on our programs. So there is also the possibility for you to join the Learn to Trade and Pay When Profitable program, which is going to teach you how to trade the foreign exchange market and you don't pay a dime until you become profitable. Please like, share. Thank you for being there. Thank you for staying to the end of the program. And don't miss the program Learn to Trade and Pay When Profitable. Link for registration in the live description. Join now and benefit from the huge promotion Bell Forex is offering to you.